All right, welcome back, everyone. We're diving deep today, getting into something I know a lot of you are fascinated by, the law of attraction.
Yeah, seems like it's everywhere these days.
It really is. And, it makes you wonder, can our thoughts really shape our reality? We found this really cool podcast episode all about it, and I gotta say, it's got some pretty thought-provoking stuff in there.
Oh yeah, like what kind of stuff?
Well, they get into the nitty-gritty of actually using the law of attraction,
Mm.
practical steps and all that. Plus, they share stories about people who've, well, kind of knocked it out of the park using it.
Wait, so like real life success stories?
Oh, yeah. And get this, they even walk you through a whole affirmation exercise.
Wow, that's a lot to unpack.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So let's start with the basics, right? Like, what is the law of attraction really all about?
I think at its core, it's this idea that like attracts. Like
Yeah.
you focus on the positive and, well, you attract more positivity. But it's deeper than just thinking positive thoughts. It's about aligning your energy with what you want to attract.
Lining your energy, huh?
Yeah, it's like think of two tuning forks. You strike one and the other starts vibrating at the same frequency. The law of attraction is kind of similar. Your energy vibes with what you focus on.
That's a cool way to look at it. So you're not just thinking positive, you're like feeling it too.
Exactly. It's about embodying that feeling of already having what you desire.
Okay, so thoughts and feelings, got it.
Yeah.
But how do we actually, make this law of attraction thing work for us?
Well, the podcast we're looking at breaks it down into some pretty clear steps.
Okay.
And the first one, it's all about clarity.
Clarity.
Yeah, being super specific about what you want. They use this great example, like instead of saying, I want a new car, which is kind of vague, right?
Yeah.
You say something like, I'm so grateful for my brand new silver Audi A4, which gives me so much joy and freedom every time I drive it.
Whoa, okay, so way more detail.
Exactly. You're painting a picture,
Yeah.
making it real in your mind. And that brings us to the next step, visualization.
Ah, visualization. Classic law of attraction stuff.
Right. But it's not just daydreaming. It's about really getting into it, using all your senses. Like with that car, you're not just seeing it, you're feeling the leather seats, smelling that new car smell. You're basically living it in your mind.
So it's like creating a movie in your head, a trailer for your future. Sounds kind of fun, actually.
It is, but there's always that other voice, right? The doubts, the limiting beliefs, they can be tricky.
Oh, yeah, those sneaky little things. I'm not good enough. I don't deserve it. It's like they're always trying to sabotage things.
Totally. It's like having one foot on the gas and the other on the brake. You got to deal with those beliefs head on. So if you catch yourself thinking, I'm not lucky, you counter it with, I am open to receiving unexpected blessings.
So it's like we're basically rewiring our brains, changing the script.
That's it. Out with the old stories, in with the new ones. And there are a couple more things the podcast emphasizes: gratitude and surrender.
Gratitude, yeah, that seems to pop up everywhere these days. But how does it tie into the law of attraction?
Well, think about it this way. When you're truly grateful for what you already have, you're sending this signal to the universe that you're open to receiving more.
So it's about shifting our focus from what we're lacking to
Yeah.
what we already have.
Right. It raises your vibration, making you a magnet for even more good stuff. And then there's surrender.
Surrender. So are we just giving up on our goals?
No, not at all. It's more about letting go of that need to
Yeah.
control every little detail. You're trusting that the universe has your back, that things will unfold in the best possible way.
Okay, so it's like planting a seed and trusting it to grow.
Exactly. And sometimes the way things work out is even better than what we could have planned ourselves.
That's so true.
And speaking of things working out, this podcast, it has some pretty amazing success stories. People who, really manifested their dreams.
Oh, like Jim Carrey? That's one I've heard before.
Yeah.
And it's always so inspiring.
Right. Visualizing himself earning millions, even writing himself a check for $10 million, carrying it in his wallet for years, and then, boom, he made it happen.
That's wild.
Yeah.
And I think it really highlights the power of belief.
Absolutely. And he's not alone. The podcast also mentions Oprah and Will Smith, both talking about using visualization and belief to shape their careers.
So they had the vision, and then, well, they took action aligned with that vision. It wasn't just sitting back and wishing, right?
Right. The law of attraction isn't passive. You have to put in the work, but you're doing it from a place of alignment with your goals.
Makes sense. Oh, and I almost forgot. This podcast also has a really cool affirmation exercise.
Yeah, you mentioned that earlier.
And it's all about listening to some calming music and repeating these positive affirmations. Like, I am worthy of abundance. things like that.
Affirmations are super powerful. It's like you're planting seeds of positivity in your subconscious mind. And with enough repetition, those seeds grow into new beliefs.
Oh, that's a great analogy. So to sum it all up, this podcast really emphasizes the importance of clarity, visualization, challenging those pesky limiting beliefs, practicing gratitude, surrendering to the process, and then taking inspired action.
It's a whole package, a complete approach to manifesting.
It is, and I think the most powerful takeaway is that we really are creators of our own reality. It's empowering.
Yeah, it really is.
So I've got to ask you, if you could manifest anything right now, what would it be? But more importantly, how would it make you feel? Because at the end of the day, the law of attraction is about more than just the stuff. It's about the feelings, the experience we want to create in our lives.
That's such a good point. It's about how we want to feel, how we want to live.
Exactly. So keep that question in mind as you continue exploring this law of attraction thing. It's a fascinating journey, and who knows what you might manifest.
Yeah, possibilities are endless.
Absolutely.